Minister, very good morning, and thanks so much for your time. Can you give us a little more detail about your discussions with Clicks and exactly what this commitment is as to where this money will go, who will actually benefit from this?
Good morning, and thank you for having us. So our engagement with Clicks focused on how do we get locally produced brands on their shelves, or more of them, and how do we get those brands to be from SMMEs. And the first discussion was saying, when we're not happy that you just want you are removing Tresemme now, that's good, but how do we make sure that that removal benefits the very women you insulted, who say you've insulted? So we agreed with Clicks that we need to then have a multi-pronged approach to this issue. First is to say they acknowledge that they have some brands that are on their shelves that are locally made. We know we've got 5 of the brands from SMMEs that have been supported by the department or the agencies of the department. So we said the first issue should be they must extend the shelf space that is there to these ones who are already on their shelves. So we don't want to see a few products from Portia M, Nalotica, and them. We want to see them occupying significant space in the shelf, because that can be done immediately. We have now committed to work with those SMMEs to build their capacity if they have a shortage of capacity, and also to fast track the listing of those that they had already been working to list them, who are supported by us, but also the other SMMEs. That's the first step. The second step is to we've got other brands that we've been working with that have been listed in other retail stores. I don't know if you recall that last year we went into a partnership with wholesalers, your Macros or the Massmart brand, your Devland, Big Safe, and a whole number of, I think we've got 25 wholesalers participating on our Spaza and hair salon support scheme. We've been listing products in those. So we argued with them to say, we need to fast track the listing of those products into your brand to extend that the number of SMMEs listed. So we have agreed also that we'll assist where there's compliance issues, we'll assist. But thirdly, we want to assist those who are in the sector, not only in the hair and beauty, but all the other range of products that Clicks sell. They are going to give us the compliance requirements, and because we've got arrangements with regulatory bodies, we are going to then fast track their compliance, assist them with their compliance, so that they can be listed in the Clicks group.
All right.
And we are going to move forward.
Well, Minister, while that is, I think, a very positive step forward in this entire saga, and it's great that you've got Clicks to actually agree to actually do this. What about Unilever and Tresemme itself and the ad agency that was behind all of this?
So we having an engagement also with Unilever. We're just coordinating the diaries, because you'll recall that this is not the first instance that Unilever has done this, or brands linked to Unilever have done this offensive advertising. So we have seen it as a trend, but our engagement with Unilever will focus on how does Unilever, because it's a multinational, how does it license South African products for sales in other countries, because they are huge, they push large volumes, and their mere endorsement or mere licensing by Unilever makes sure that those SMMEs or those product manufacturers can have access to the global market and the bigger market, and that's the conversation we want to have with Unilever. I'm not sure if we are interested in Tresemme. Tresemme, it's big business. It's not a South African brand. We are interested in promoting South African brands. And Unilever has been in South Africa for the longest time, and that's why we cannot let them be.
Well, isn't that one and the same thing then? If you are tackling Unilever, then it does sort of bring Tresemme into the fold, because that was the actual product.
Our call, remember, we are the first ones to demand that Tresemme must be removed from the shelves of Clicks, and we're happy that the other retailers that we work with already are removing Tresemme from their shelves as well. For us, we're not worried about Tresemme. As long as Tresemme moves out of the shelves and that shelf space is created for locally produced brands, and also the brands that are made by SMMEs that are Black-owned, women-owned, and youth-owned, and those owned by people with disability. That's our primary focus.
So does this mean that you now accept Clicks' apology, or are you still holding out and waiting to see on how they sort of carry out this commitment?
So we've established a working team with Clicks, and with short turnaround times, and also with feedback sessions with Clicks, so that we can walk the journey with them. Because remember, there are a number of people who go to Clicks and they are rejected. We said, when those people come to you, refer them to us, because we've got schemes to support them, to get them ready, so that your enterprise development program can kick in. We've also noted and informed Clicks that they must increase their spend on SMMEs because their enterprise development program is very low, and also their spend on SMMEs is very negligible overall, given what they spend. So we have accepted the apology, but with that acceptance is conditional to them fulfilling the terms of our agreement with them.
All right, thanks very much there, and that's Small Business Development Minister Khumbudzo Ntshavheni.